the ongoing investigations are. And so, I mean, I think people were taken aback by the suddenness of it.
Adding to a bit of this chaos, Mark, let's talk a little bit about health care latest. The president thus far has adopted sort of a good cop posture, which is incentivizing reluctant members through White House dinners, bowling dates, et cetera, to get on board with this health care plan. How long is it before we see the president take a more punitive stance, if you will, as far as reluctant members who don't want to sign on to this bill?
Well, I mean, I think, again, it's sort of, you don't really know what tools are in his toolbox as far as, you know, what kind of power he has to sort of enact some kind of punishment, whether it's threatening to campaign against members or to actually not invite them to the White House and so forth. I mean, Donald Trump is a salesman. There's no question about it. He can put a very, very happy and excited and optimistic face on something like this. But he also has never been known as a wonk. He's not going to really dive into the details of this. And I think at some point, you know, the details of Medicaid expansion, things like that affect people's lives in the states that people are operating in, is not going to be made up for by, you know, a bowling date in the White House. So it's, again, we'll sort of see how this evolves.
On March 20th, Mark, the House Intelligence Panel is set to hold its first public hearing on Russian meddling in the 2016 election. James Comey, the FBI director, has been invited to testify. What can we expect in this hearing, do you think?
I mean, the hearing, I mean, as far as Comey's role in this, it keeps getting more and more interesting. Obviously, he was a central figure in the election. Many people in the Clinton campaign, you know, if not blame him for the defeat, certainly thinks that his decision to come public with a few, you know, days left before the election on Hillary Clinton being the reopening of the investigation is a deciding factor. I mean, he obviously right now is a bit of a trying to be an honest broker. I mean, he has these big allegations. I mean, testimony in a case like this is very dicey because you have classified material, you have the Justice Department, which is new and which they haven't worked with before, and you have an administration that they could be fighting against. So, I mean, I guess that's part of the many questions that we'll be answering when that thing comes to pass.
And Mark, what does Congress do about the president's allegations last weekend that President Obama wiretapped the offices of the Trump Tower? Does the White House want this to go away, or does this have legs? Are we going to see more on this in the coming weeks?
Well, I think the Democrats would like to sort of keep this in the news. I mean, it was sort of a baffling, I mean, it was 1 week ago today. I mean, that's the thing about this administration. It feels like it was like 3 months ago, but it was really only 1 week ago that this was dominating discussion. It does seem like, if not, they have not backed off a little bit. They certainly have